Welcome back to American Valor Bourbon. Today we go right back into the AVBS Bracket Challenge. Alright, we're back, and again we're in our bracket challenge for AVBS. You've already seen a video for the first two challenges. Now we're going to finish up the first round with the next two challenges, and then we'll move on from there. Again, something I came up with: 4 of the bottles are barrel picks that stores did. 4 of the bottles are barrel picks that groups did. 3 of them being Dan and Sean at the Bourbon Junkies, 1 being Ryan at Bourbon Outfitters. So let's go ahead and get right into it. We're in S6 and S3. So here we go. Let's go into the nose for S3. This one's got some ethanol. Feel like it's got some proof to it already. This one's very cakey, almost like a pound cake. Definitely get vanilla and a little bit of pear. So very cakey, got that vanilla, got some pear on it. Let's go ahead and go in for the taste. Very, very proofy. Definitely feel the taste, or feel the proof. It doesn't overpower you, but you can tell there's some proof to it. This one is definitely a cherry bomb. A lot of cherry on the palate with that proof. As it goes into the finish, a little bit of that vanilla comes in. Finish is smooth. Doesn't last very long, but very smooth for its proof. Overall, very good, but that proof does hit you. You know that you're drinking something that's got some proof to it. But overall, this is very good. I'm very impressed with that. Let's go ahead and go into S6. That's interesting. I'm almost getting like a ginger ale. So like ginger, obviously. But it's almost like I'm smelling a ginger ale. Like I just opened up a Canada Dry ginger ale. And then there's a slight bit of vanilla. Not getting it anywhere near like I got it on that one. And then there's a little bit of lemon as well. Let's go ahead and go in for the taste. Very smooth. Went down very quickly. This one does not have a lot of proof. It almost falls a little flat. Slight bit of vanilla. Almost like a little bit of a cola note. The finish does definitely fall flat. There's not much to it. A little bit of pepper on the finish. Yeah, no, I'm not really feeling this one. Let me go back to S3 real quick. Even though this is a little bit more proof forward than I would like, it's definitely got more to it. This one just falls flat, to me at least. I'm gonna have to go with S3 on this one. Moving forward, because this one just doesn't do it for me. So S3 is moving forward on this one. Obviously, you've seen on the screen if you're watching on YouTube which one is which. And now we're gonna go ahead and move on to the last two for this first round. So we've got S4 and S7. You definitely see a difference in the color. This one's a little bit lighter. It's not gonna that's not gonna make a difference on whether I choose one or the other. But let's go in for the nose. Apple. Oh wow. Apple forward all the way. And even just a slight cherry note. Little bit of vanilla, but that apple is all that I'm smelling outside of those small little notes. All right, let's go in for the taste. Definitely not a lot of proof. This one also falls a little flat. On the palate, I'm getting more lemon and pear. Lemon and pear. My dog's growling at me. On the finish, a little bit of tobacco, a little bit of pepper, a little bit of vanilla. Other than that, though, it does fall flat. Very similar to the last group. It's a little disappointing, but let's see what S7 has to offer. A little bit harder to get some notes on this one, but I do get this one's definitely vanilla forward. Molasses, definitely some molasses, and then almost because of that molasses, it's almost like a creme brulee. Definitely creme brulee-esque. You got that, you know, how they kind of burn the sugars on the top. I definitely get that molasses, almost like it's a little burnt. But that's a good nose. Let's go in for the taste. Has a little bit more proof. Cherry comes in on the palate. Not as much as this one. It falls a little bit flat, but because of that proof, and there's some pepper on the finish, it does linger. Definitely get tobacco. I would have to say, again, it's probably a little bit lower proof than this one, but obviously I'm not a fan of when it falls flat. I want something, whether it's a little bit more proof that hits me or the flavors that hit me, I definitely need something there. And S4 is not doing it for me. Excuse me. S7 is doing that. And again, it's got the proof there, and I do like a little bit more proof anyway. Don't get me wrong. If I'm sitting around and I just want a small pour of something and it doesn't have to have a lot of proof, I'm all for a 90 proofer just to pass the time. But the S7 has a little bit more to it, so I think I'm gonna have to go with S7. Obviously, you saw what I was drinking on YouTube. S7 is gonna be the winner of this one. Moving on. Next video you see will then have S5 versus S2 and S3 versus S7. That'll be coming at you either tomorrow or in a couple days. I haven't figured out how I'm going to do this since I'm doing things a little bit different with these videos, but happy to do these. Very happy to put something together for a bracket challenge type of thing for myself, you know, with March Madness going on and a lot of the different YouTube channels and TikTok people that I watch have been doing something like it, so I figured I'd give you all the same thing. And I thought of this idea with the different store picks and the barrel picks. So I'll see you next time on the channel. As always, drink responsibly. Don't forget, toast to valor, savor the spirit.